SIL Global, a faith-based non-profit organization, is partnering with the Solomon Islands Deaf Association to develop a sign language dictionary for the deaf and mute community in the country. SIL Global works with local communities around the world to develop language solutions that expand possibilities for a better life. SIL Global representative in the Pacific, Terry Miles, visited Solomon Islands last week to explore areas that SIL Global experts and resources can be matched and support.
Right now, my time here is really just an investigative time to really see how we can support. So I've been learning a lot about what their needs are and their struggles. And what I've seen some things that just really needed, like some technology things that would really help them with iPads and video editing equipment, so that they can make the books on their own and actually develop sign language materials that is not from Australia, it's not from other countries, but actually the sign language of the Solomon Islands, because they have the indigenous language here. So we don't need to import the language from another country. We can use the Solomon Islands Sign Language. So my role is to come in and find those resources, what those needs are, and try to match the resources we have. We have sign language linguistics personnel. We have sign language multilingual deaf education personnel that we can come and once we know what the needs are and we can match them up, we can really support the community very well through Zoom meetings, online meetings, or also a visiting person, doing workshops, doing trainings, helping with deaf education here in the Solomon Islands. So those are things we're hoping to see come forth with the dictionary project. Is really the first step in developing a greater understanding and awareness of what Solomon Islands Sign Language is, and then be able to develop that into a full dictionary with lots of support for the education system in Solomon Islands.
Deaf Association President Claude Ivupito meanwhile calls for support by the communities and families. He adds support is also needed for a sign language dictionary project they are working on.
Yeah, the deaf here really need the community to be together, and then also to teach sign language to various deaf people. Basically, understanding of hearing people around the Solomon Islands, and so that their families can also communicate with their deaf children. So we really want the families to be able to also send their kids to school so the kids can learn how to use sign language. So it's really important, and also the families to learn sign language as well, so they can communicate with their children. Yeah, we have so many needs. Yes, the Deaf Association really appreciates some support, and so we've had some support, we've had some help, but the Deaf Association would love more. So there's been a little bit of sign language support, but there's a lot more that we need. So support in helping us with our sign language project, and also awareness and teaching people about deaf people in the various provinces that we exist, that there's a sign language that's available for them to use and to learn.
The Deaf Association Solomon Islands was established around 2014.